sure that everything is measured, according to what we decided before. Yeah, I see.
Even on the performance reviews, there's one other page. There's one for managers only.
Oh,
so we evaluate their skills in managing people.
Okay.
So like Linda will answer the educator one and the manager page in addition.
See, you entering the decision support data system. So, but you said that you could show me that. Is it okay to have a copy of the black one, please?
Let me see if I have one right here.
And I think that would end our nice conversation. Thank you so much, Miss Anne.
You're welcome. I love supervising students. I love learning again.
Yeah, and I was telling Krista, she said, "Oh, how did it go with you?" I said, every time I meet Anne, I feel like I'm. It's not only like you were talking about the work that's being done, but I feel like it's a learning experience because you always try to find ways to connect things.
Connect it all.
Yeah. So I really appreciate that. Did you ever think about being like a professor or something?
Well, I'm an adjunct professor at Mid-America in Olathe, because they have
so here you go.
in their counseling program, they do the play therapy certificate, so I teach play therapy classes. So yes, that's my other
because
thing.
I could feel that, I was talking to a colleague from that perspective,
Yep. I love synthesizing information.
Yes. And I think, down the line, I would like to do that, be, an adjunct professor, whatever, in the, either junior college or whatever, the future holds. Yeah.
It's funny, it's very similar to being an administrator, except with an administrator, you have to get more into the weeds of managing people.
Yes.
But they're common skill sets. Sorry, I'm trying to find a blank copy. Let me see if I can do that. This is the matrix we use to grade.
Okay.
I don't know if you want to look at it or if you want to make copies. That's my own.
Oh, okay. So I could make a copy of it and bring it back to you.
And then let me see if I can print the actual form we use. Because all the ones I have up here are filled out, so I can't give you those.
Okay. Oh, I think my program evaluation professor is going to be happy.
We do a lot. I mean, I think people don't always know how much. We have a lot of pieces of that.
I feel so bad for some of the students who work, who are like interning in like some alternative schools, and the stories they're telling is like, I'm not saying that there is no way of measuring fidelity, but even when they talk to their supervisors, everybody is it's like they're speaking Chinese, I'm like, oh wow, that's so sad,
just, sorry, I mean, one of the other things is our credentialing process.
Okay.
That every therapist has to go through an extensive providing all of their copies of everything, and we have a checklist, and there's a credentialing committee that reviews all of that, and then it's passed on to the board, and the board committee reviews it too.
Yes.
So that we ensure that people have so we don't have someone falsely saying I'm a therapist and they've not been trained.
Exactly.
So it's a liability piece.
Yes.
Oh, I know, I can find it. You've looked at our org chart, haven't you?
Which one?
Our organization chart.
Yes, I did. And Brittany gave me a beautiful copy.
Good.
I like the way it's designed because I'm a visual person. You know,
Mhm.
it's like, oh wow, it's so appealing. You want to look at it.
Good.
Yeah. So I have that. Yes. The only question I had that's not connected to this, do you have like similar agencies like the states where they do exactly the same thing? Because in New York I was working with the Lake Treatment Center, and it's a therapeutic setting, but it's mostly for children who have autism and all those disorders that they decided to label them afterwards. And they have, I think, another center somewhere in Massachusetts and probably in Florida. So I was wondering if the Children's Place is part of a big organization.
We are not. We are informally. There's a few organizations that they try to kind of link together, at least just communicate. And there was a survey done 5-6 years ago. What we found, I can even send if you're interested, but there isn't anyone that does it exactly the way we do.
Okay.
I mean, we're unique. We were unique in that we were year round.
Okay.
And I'm talking about the day treatment program, not the
Yes.
outpatient.
Okay.
Not that it's not important, but it's not a unique model. The day treatment program stood out then based on the information we could discover is that we were year round, that we were considered full day, because a lot of the programs are half day.
After, yes.
And that we brought OT, speech, mental health, and education together. There was one program that had some of the same, and they brought medical,
Okay.
but they didn't bring mental health.
Okay.
Which I was like, how do you do this without mental health? But so there wasn't a program that had all of the same pieces that we did with the same. And then actually there was one other one that had kind of a similar, but they only carried like 10 kids. So we were bigger year round all day. So yeah, just an interesting.
That would be really nice to see this program duplicated, like in other states.
We've talked about that. We've talked about it.
Yeah.
It's just trying to figure out where do you put your energy, and there always
know,
seems to be
I
so much
know.
need within the agency. It's been hard for us to create an expansion and do all the work that would make this something that we could replicate. Part of my original reason of doing all this extensive program evaluation was so that we could use that to help us replicate a program at some point in time. But we've not gotten there yet. And now we need to focus on the facility and all that.
I understand that, yeah.
I think I printed things.
Okay, so and I can go out there to
Yeah, we can walk out there and see what's.
Thank you so much.
Oh, anytime. I'm glad it's helpful.
Oh yes, it is.
And if you
yes.
think of more questions along the way.
I will get back to you anyway next semester because the follow-up is a capstone project anyway. So yeah, this paper is due the Saturday of after Thanksgiving. So I'm glad I had a chance to talk to you so I can put all the pieces together. Yes. Yeah.
Should have enough hopefully to write that.
Oh sure. Because they want us to do written materials, interviews, literature review, data analysis. Yeah, for all of those things you talk about. So it's very tedious.
Here's your paper.
Okay.
So here's these competencies. So like this one's ethics and integrity, and that matches here. So question A, you choose one of these boxes.
Okay.
Question B, one of these.
Okay.
So,
all right.
Then that's mine. Oh, sorry. No, you're fine. Here's kind of the process. So in like the steps that we go in a performance evaluation, we actually have a feedback form where we ask the employees to self-reflect on who they are, and then the managers do this page, and then they come together and have an individual meeting and talk about the two things.
That's okay.
So here's the steps, just so you have that.
Yeah.
And then, like I said, here it is. Now this one, here's our values.
Yes.
that I talked about.
Okay.
And this one I only had, this is the supervisor page. Then there's a page for educators, there's a page for
Okay,
therapists. And I
okay.
don't have that on me.
Okay. No, but I can say it's this. You know, the content is the same, but it just adapted to. Yeah.
It is, and they're actually the questions, you may be able to, like, here's the clinical one.
Oh, okay.
I mean, this is what the questions are right there.
Okay.
It's just,
Yeah,
does that
and
make
this is the part that I'm more concerned about because I am focusing on the outpatient, aspect for now for the paper, because it was kind of
Yeah, you
too
did
hard to
everything.
do everything. Yes, but thank you.
You're so welcome.
Okay.
All right, good
So
luck.
thank you.
You're welcome. Have a good one.
You too. You know what? I think I'll go downstairs and ask somebody to help me because I have to work with a kiddo. So, and then I'll bring it back to the van. Yeah. Thank you. No? No? Oh, I have to fix it. I think the paper here doesn't support the large one, so I have to go downstairs anyway. No, that's fine. I'm not like computer science, and I always have issues with those kind of things. But I'm fine with it. Yeah.